I'm Brian, and welcome to the Portal to the Infinite. Okay, so you're on your spiritual journey, and I'm sure, like with many things and many questions you have on your mind, you're asking yourself, what diet should I be on my spiritual journey? In other words, what foods should I or shouldn't I be eating in order to grow spiritually? Well, the answer is far more complex. There is no right, there is no wrong, there is no yes or no, there's no black and white. But I will tell you this. There are certain foods you shouldn't be eating, and those are the foods that contain chemicals, preservatives, food dyes and colorings. You know, in the European Union has 1,000 food additives that are illegal there that are allowed here in the United States. Now, we're waking up to this here. We are. We're learning about the dangers of seed oils, which are in virtually everything, including the things that are deep fried in restaurants and diners. They contain an unhealthy amount of omega-6s, and we are finding evidence that they are responsible for all of the obesity and the increases in heart disease. Now, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not giving medical or dietitian's advice here. I'm going to tell you what I've done and what I've learned. So again, stay away from processed foods. So what does that mean? Well, when you buy something at the supermarket, does it have an ingredients label on it? If it does, more than likely, for instance, I will not eat anything that has an ingredients label. Maybe once or twice a year I'll have a Dorito at somebody's house if they put them out, because they are good. And they're good for a reason. They're designed to keep you coming back for more. But I, luckily, have the ability to have that one and turn away from it. So I don't eat any foods that have any ingredients labels at all. Because if you think about it, let's look at beef and chicken, pork, although I don't eat pork anymore. But again, there's nothing wrong with these foods in and of themselves, and I'm going to get to more important things in just a moment. But if you think about it, they don't have an ingredients label. Because what is the ingredients in beef? Beef. What is the ingredient in chicken? It's chicken. Now, I know there are many of you who believe or who feel, and again, this is your right to do so, that eating meat is not right, that it's immoral. And that if you're on a spiritual journey, you're supposed to be eating light foods and have a vegan diet. And that's fine, because what I'm going to tell you is this. Number one, everything we eat has energy, which is how our bodies convert it. The calories are converted into energy, and our bodies survive as a result. But everything is also consciousness, you see? So animals and plants are all forms of consciousness. Yes, animals are a little bit beyond in terms of their evolution of consciousness, but plants themselves, yes, they are conscious. So what should you be eating? Should you be eating meat? Should you not be eating meat? Well, what do you think you should be eating? What is your intuition telling you? What are you craving? What are you feeling are the best foods for you? Now, I, years back, took the route of being a vegan. I thought that was the right moral thing to do. I thought it was good for health. And, I bought into a lot of the hype. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a vegan. Don't jump on me for that. But I did that, but I was doing it for a couple of years, and I got to tell you that I was beginning to age. I didn't have the muscle tone. My hair, I had gray hairs coming in. I just didn't feel good. I had brain fog. I had all sorts of things going on. Finally, I had seen a documentary about meat eating and realized that we've been doing that for a million years. But here's the other thing, too. Just because you're eating beef and chicken or pork doesn't mean you should be eating them if they are treated inhumanely. So, for instance, I order all of my beef online. I'm not going to say the name of the company because it's going to sound like an endorsement, but you can find there are many of them. They come directly from U.S. ranchers, farm to table. But the most important thing is that they are not being injected with any types of steroid or hormones. So they are injection-free. So you're getting pure beef, which contains the most nutrient-dense food you could possibly eat. See, this is the other thing, because some people's bodies are not designed to get all their nutrition from a vegan diet. It depends upon your ancestors. If you came from a cold climate, your ancestors were meat eaters. So you have, in your biology, in your genetic line, you have the ability to pull forth nutrients out of meat. That works best for you. But let's say your ancestors came from a warm climate, an agrarian climate. Well, in that case, they were eating fruits and vegetables far more than they were eating meat, if at all. So some people's bodies are better able to receive the nutrients necessary from the foods that are part of their ancestral background. So I had realized that for me, meat eating was the way to go. And since I started doing that, my whole life changed. Now, I have friends of mine who've been vegan for years, and they are in perfect shape. They look great and they feel great. And why is that? Because that diet works for them, you see? But I also know that if we trust our intuition, our body will tell us what we need to eat when we need to eat it. And that happens to me all the time. A couple of months ago, all of a sudden I had a yen to eat cherries, and I didn't know why. And I go to the farmer's market, which is where I shop, and I bought a bag of cherries. I devoured them in one night. They were great. I went back a couple of days later. I bought another bag of cherries, devoured them in about 1 or 2 days. But then after that, I didn't have a yen for cherries anymore. So why did my body tell me I needed cherries? I don't know, but there's something in the cherries that my body knew it needed. And if you follow your intuition, which is the voice inside of you, that's that gut instinct, we all have it. And the more you learn to use it, the stronger and the louder it becomes. So again, whether you're eating meat, whether you're eating a vegan diet, it's got to be the diet that works for you, that gives you the optimal health, the best nutrition, makes you look and feel your best. So again, as long as the meat is humanely treated, that is the most important thing. Then you're not getting that negative vibration from the inhumane treatment of the animal that's going to be left behind as a vibration. But here's the most important thing. No matter what you're eating, whether it's beef, chicken, eggs, or any fruit or vegetable, bless it first. Give thanks for it. Thank the animal. I always thank the cow, the chicken that gave of its life, that I might be nourished as a result. And I give blessings back to the consciousness of that animal, that consciousness now is free to evolve and grow into a higher life form. After all, we all keep growing in consciousness, and we've all lived eternity. And if you're still finding it hard to wrap your mind around that, that's okay. It takes time. But that's all about the diet, by the way. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know. If you like this content, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share this content as well. There'll be lots more coming. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section. I love to read them, and I love to answer them, even though right now this channel is variably new. So that gives me more than enough time to be able to answer all of your questions. So in the meantime, this is Brian. I am in service to you, and I'm wishing you nothing but blessings for today and every day as you continue in your spiritual growth and evolution. Take care.